As summer is slowly coming to an end, I can't help but think about everything that has happened throughout my junior year. I have met so many wonderful people and have the most amazing group of friends that I love so dearly. They have truly changed my life and have made my days so much brighter. Thinking back to how I was before junior year had started, I told myself that I wouldn't socialize with anyone because I didn't need friends and was quite satisfied with being alone. Especially when the pandemic had hit, I was already isolated and was comfortable with the thought of being alone. However, that all completely had changed once junior year had started. I began socializing with people and slowly started to befriend people in my program, and at some point was an entirely different person. I was a social butterfly and was talking with everyone and had been so comfortable with being with the people in the program. Of course, junior year wasn't easy. Honestly, it was my roughest year mentally and physically, but I wouldn't mind doing it all over again if it meant I would meet these same people again. There are memories I wish that weren't there because I had hit the lowest point multiple times throughout the year. But I had grown a lot during those times, and although I would love to forget it, I sometimes find comfort during those hard times, knowing that I went past it and continued to keep going. It's hard to go through rough times and hitting rock bottom and believe that it'll get better, but at some point it does. Recently, I have been in a rut, and as I'm filming this, it's hard to believe my own advice because I truly believe that I won't be able to get out of this. But a little piece of me hopes that I can keep going. Of course, it's all due to personal things and academic validation and all of that, but it's hard for me to accept reality that my life will be getting serious by the end of this month, which is probably the most worrisome for me. I'm trying to take it one day at a time, but it's easy for me to ponder about the future and what will happen. I still have so many questions about myself and still am not perfect with the relationship I have with myself, but I feel like the biggest thing I can't do is give up on myself because of the things I've done in the past. Life will always put you through so many challenges, and it sucks to go through it, but in the end, I think there is at least one thing that you can learn from it. But everyone has their own ways of viewing personal experiences, so take that with a grain of salt. I'm still very young myself and have only so much experience with life. In a way, this is a reminder to myself that I still have something within me that truly expresses who I truly am. Of course, colleges might not view it in that way, but I guess I shouldn't be too hung up about it. Who knows? I still have 1 year left of high school and still have my whole life ahead of me. One thing that I've forgotten to do lately is to stay present with my life, which is something I should really consider as I continue on with the year. There's so much out there in life, and it's really hard to get out of such a difficult bubble that you've created within yourself, but it's not impossible to get out of it. This is just a reminder to you who is watching and to future me that there is always going to be something for you and that your life is precious and worth it. It's okay to be in a rut and feel down, but it won't be the end of the world. Take all the time you need to process how you're feeling, just don't fall apart. Just do your best with whatever you do and keep going. It won't be an easy journey, but it will be a process that will help show you who you are in the end. I remember I had talked with one of my friends about discovering ourselves and kind of losing our identities along the way and not even realizing it. We started losing interest in past hobbies and worried about what really made us, us. I was starting to become anxious with performing and had started to question what my passions were in life. I remember I told them that finding ourselves in a way is a hobby/lifestyle. You are investing in improving yourself, which is in a way what you do with a hobby. You feel motivated to keep going and slowly improve the skills that you have, and time happens to fly by. You also feel some type of positive emotions when doing the task, which I feel like can be applied when investing time within ourselves. You're putting the time and some type of effort, even if it's minuscule. which there are multiple ways people invest their time, whether that is reading self-help books, meditating, journaling, or even just sitting in your own thoughts. It still counts that you're taking the time to be alone with yourself and wonder how you are actually doing and what you want to do to improve with your life. There's no specific deadline on when you should be quote-unquote perfect, no matter what society says. As long as you are learning about yourself, that's all that really matters. There's always that social stigma about being productive every day, but you don't have to be doing something every day. It is difficult to get out of that mindset, especially if you're a burnt-out student, but it's okay to do nothing and just relax. Everyone's journey is different, and people cope in different ways, so there's no need to compare how your journey is with someone else. Just focus on how you're doing and take it day by day, which is easier said than done. But everything will be okay no matter what happens. You'll move past this and continue on with life and experience so many wonderful things. I love you guys so much, and I'm proud of how far you guys have come in life. Just don't forget to keep going, even if you have to take multiple breaks. At some point you'll realize how far you've come and that you've grown in multiple ways.